Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back here to today's edition of the Fishing Teacher, and really appreciate you guys coming by the channel to check the video out today and spend some time with me. And we're going to be talking about fishing square bill crankbaits early in the year during the pre-spawn. This is a great time of year to catch big ones on a square bill. And what I want to do in today's video, I sort of want to go over the set of conditions that you have to have for them to bite this thing, because when everything lines up right, man, guys, I've caught a bunch of 20-pound bags on these square bills early in the year, so we're going to get into that in today's video. Also, guys, just a quick invitation. I'd just like to invite everybody out there, if you haven't had a chance, to please swing by fishthemoment.com and check out my spring lake map breakdowns. I build breakdowns for lakes all across the country, guys, for Fish the Moment. It's great resources to learn more about the lakes you want to go to before you go there. So I'll put the lake map breakdown link in the description of the video if you guys want to check that out. Okay guys, square bill crankbaits, man, they have been around forever. Super versatile bait. There's a lot of different conditions they work in, depending upon the time of the year and the water temperature you're talking about. But today I want to talk about square bill crankbait fishing when the water temperature is in the 50s. So at the time of filming this video, we're in the first week of March. Probably within the next few weeks, a lot of the lakes across the country are going to have 50-some degree water temperature. Time to fish square bill crankbait. So right off the bat, you know, square bills, there's a lot of different sizes, guys, but in the spring, early, you want to use big ones. This is the Megabass 2.0 S-Crank. Guys, this is my favorite square bill crankbait. I'll put the link in the description to this if you guys want to pick up a couple, but I've tried tons of different ones, guys, and ever since this thing came out, this is my staple early in the year. It's something about the size and the profile. It's a big fat bait. When you put it on like 12 or 15 pound test fluorocarbon line on a long cast, it's going to run down close to 5 feet, so it really gets in that perfect zone for those early spring fish. But anyway, guys, I'm telling you right now, this S-Crank, there's something about it, it catches them. I had a hand in designing this thing when it came out about probably, I don't know, close to 10 years ago now. So go to a big square bill. If you don't use the Megabass, use the whatever companies, the bigger one they have, like the square bills that are close to 3 inches, 2.5 or 3 inches. A lot of people, when they think square bill crankbaits, they think of like that 1.5 Lucky Craft. That's too small in a pre-spawn. You're going to do a lot better with the larger colors. And of course, the color of the bait just depends on the water clarity. You know, your brighter colors, you know, for your dirty water, you know, your more, you know, shad patterns for cleaner water. And the crawdad patterns also work really good, you know, in the early spring. But more importantly, it's where you fish it at. Now, this is a rock lure almost exclusively when I'm talking about early in the spring. Now, when I'm talking about rock, it's whatever type of rock is available in the lake you fish. You may have a lake that just has a lot of gravelly, small type rock, which is fine. Some guys have bluffs on their lakes, chunk rock banks, varying different degrees. But it's all about rock, and it's all about paralleling the rock and staying in that 3 to 5 foot zone. Now, most of the time when I'm fishing these things in the cooler water like this, you want to have some type of a fairly sharp slope into deeper water. It doesn't have to be like super sharp, but most of the time, let's say for example, if your boat is sitting 10 foot off the bank, you want to be in at least 10 feet of water if it's 10 feet off the bank. Ideally, like 15 or so would be perfect. And what I do with this, and this is really critical, guys, you have to parallel the bank with this, because if you try to throw a square bill on a 45 degree angle bank at a 45 degree angle, your time in the strike zone is next to nothing. But if you get parallel to the bank and make a long cast parallel and try to target that 3 to 5 foot of water on a parallel cast, that's going to be perfect situation for you to get into there. Most of the time I'm using just a medium stop and go retrieve. You don't want to burn it, you don't want to reel it too slow, just a nice medium stop and go retrieve. Now, along with that, you have to have the right set of conditions in terms of water clarity and you know, the weather conditions. The best water clarity that you're going to find for these square bills early in the year is going to be, say, between 1 to 2 foot. If you get over 2 foot of visibility, they're not going to be that effective. If you get under a foot of visibility, not that effective. Sort of that, you know, 1 to 2 foot is going to be perfect water clarity for it, and a lot of lakes have that. And on top of that, it really helps if you have some type of low light condition or wind. You can have a, you know, like a foot of clarity on a bright sunny day. If you got some wind, it's pretty good. But most of the time, if I've got around 2 foot of visibility, I want a cloudy day with maybe a 10, 15 mile an hour wind. And the conditions like that, when you get that water temperature like in the low to mid 50s, and you've got those windy, cloudy days, that is when it activates those bigger fish to move shallow and puts them in the zone to be caught on the square bill. So anyway, I don't think a lot of people fish a square bill early in the year like that. A lot of people consider a square bill like a shallow target bait, like throwing it around laydowns and stuff in the warmer water. But guys, some of the biggest crankbait bags of fish I've ever caught in my life have come on these square bill crankbaits in the situations I just described to you. So try it out, guys. It's right around the corner. Like I said, I'll put my Megabass S-Crank link in the description. Get you the 2.0 model here. That's the one that I use. That's my favorite, and hope you guys catch some good ones with it. So we'll see you later.